All right, boys, we're starting a little premature on this one. Let me see if I can. There we go. I'm gonna send this link to one of my pals, and now we can get this game underway. Let's go. All right, so Tigers are gonna be the one kicking off, which means they'll get the ball second half. So it's up to the Ohio State Buckeyes, and he's gonna get tackled. Here we are. He's gonna get tackled around the 40 or 39-yard line on the Buckeye side. Here we go. MV Niz. Oh, and he's going to hand it off to Dark. Very late handoff. Oh, and it's a fumble. But it was picked up immediately by Blair. Interesting move there. Yeah, that was completely intentional or just complete happy accident. Here we go. He's going to hand it off to Dark again. All right, looks like they need to play more in the run. Yeah, they really need to play more into that run. I know their defense ain't very prepared for it. Oh, and a whole lot of dots. I mean, he was pretty wide open, but that definitely was a dot. Here we are. Oh, and they're going for two. On the looks of it. And Ohio State does score the touchdown there, by the way. Here we go. They can't head it off, but Izzian's going to get immediately sacked. DZville, I've seen him before a couple times. But either way. I think he's the ref, though. And oh, missing insanity. I've heard about him a little bit. Let's see what he can do at quarterback. And here we are. He's rolling right. He's looking for someone here. One of the O-line is doing his best blocking in the top left. Oh, and it's going to be caught by Book. Very creative nickname. Very creative. I mean, I don't have no problem with it. It's just very funny how some are like very detailed and oh, and a handoff to James. Like some are nicknames are like very detailed and like crazy, like Bryson 05, whatever numbers of pi you have, and then we just have Book. Like it's just such a simple word. I love it. As I was saying, Mr. Missing Insanity gonna take off and run. Gotta get enough of the first down there. I do really enjoy this game. Here we go. Hand off to James. Oh, and it's a fumble. It's gonna be barely taken into position by Bryson. Excuse me. There we go, missing insanity. Here we go. They need a touchdown somewhere. Oh, and it's going to be incomplete. I think he was looking for one of his offensive line. Hear that? Or it's a weird looking check down. Here we are. And that's going to be incomplete, just a little bit off. And now it's a 4th and 5. What do you do? Oh, and looks like they're going to kick a field goal. And they're going to get it. And there you go. That's a smart move, low key. And here we go. Hand off to Dark. And he's going to try and score more points. Or at least try to get some first downs real quick. And already. Here we go. Almost got sacked by the NPC there. And it's going to be just overthrown there. Here we are. And it's going to be run up the middle for Dark. I can't really tell if it was a handoff or not. But either way. Here we go. Whole lot of dots. And it's going to be a pass. And it's going to be towards... I don't really know what name I should give him. I think they're going to give him the replay. I'm sorry, I don't know either of these teams very much. But the touchdown was thrown by a whole lot of dots to Starboy Holiday. All right. I'll keep that in mind if he ever scores another one. Yeah, I'm starting to get to know more of the players as I go along. Like, yeah, I know Mr. Nike from chat. From the game chat, I mean. And here we go, a whole lot of dots. They're going to run up the middle. Right now, they're just getting run over every step of the week. I mean, yeah, the QB can run, just not, you can't hand off. Yeah, they're too scared to implement. Yeah, I mean, we're already seeing, I really like this game just because I think the offense is way more diverse. I think there's way more diversity in the offense of what you can do. And like, I think it makes the defense actually like think on defense than just run the same dang coverage. I mean, they are kind of doing that a little bit, but it's more like they kind of just, they have a lot more thought into it. Thought into just doing stuff. Uh-oh. That's not exactly a good pass there by LSU there. That was a weird looking ball though. Or a weird looking thrown ball. And I think you're fine with that. Here we go, missing insanity. Gonna go for another pass. Doesn't want to give up anything less. And it's caught by James for the first down. Good job. What a play. Thought it was going to be picked off. Here we go. It's the end of the first quarter. Hold on one sec. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, MV Niz. He's getting chased by their NPCs. I think it was a pick six. I don't know exactly what happened, but Mr. Niz, or MV Niz, my bad. I think there was a pick six. Yes, there was. I'm sorry for the cutoff. But here's the replay. Oh, that's not a great ball there. I don't know what. I guess he was seeing something I wasn't, because very weird. I wouldn't call that a very good throw, but either way, right now, Ohio State looking pretty dominant right now. Here we go. They're going to go for the extra point. And now it's an 18-point game. LSU needs to step up their offense if they want any chance of coming back. Here we go, Book. He's going to try to take off and run, but he's going to get tackled immediately. And here we go. James in the back with missing insanity. And he's not going to bother handing it off. He's going to try looking for anyone. They're all scattered in the backfield. And Ryder going to get the sack on missing insanity there. Retire? I don't know. Yep. Either way, missing insanity. Going to be looking. He's looking for someone here. And I think he's going to straight up toss it up. I don't think he has much of a choice. Unfortunately, that's overthrown. I don't know why everyone is running streaks pretty much on the first play. Oh, wait a minute. And he's going to get cooked. Book with the touchdown. Managed to get the burn. He managed to get past Holiday. What a play there. In playoffs, this is why you can't freaking speak. But this is why in playoffs, man, you can't just count anyone out that easy. Yeah, like you're up by 3. I don't know why you're not playing conservative. Either way, gonna get the 2-point conversion. And it's gonna continue being that way. And there you go. Book. Once again, with a 2-point conversion. Book looking like a really big MVP right now. For LSU, I mean. Here we go. Man. Gonna be trying to return on the left. He's gonna get tackled around the 37. 38 maybe. Depends on where they spot it. All right, so I'll be around the 37. Here we go, hand off to Dark. Gonna get tackled almost immediately. One of the linemen managed to tag him. And it'll be 2nd and 6. Here we go. Gonna be a fake run up middle. And it's gonna be a pass to the right, but it's just a little bit overthrown from the looks of it. And there you go. It's a 3rd and 6. Anything can happen here. I just noticed that they have LSU has 5 players. It's very unfortunate. Oh, and he's gonna fire it deep. And it's gonna be caught. He didn't even bother with the guy open on the left side. He knew. I think he knew left side was wide open. Yeah, I think he looked. Yeah, I think he saw it for just a second. And he was like, "Nah, I trust man enough to get this." I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why in playoffs LSU has 5 players. That seems really weird to me. And there you go. Gonna get 2 conversion. I don't really know what the heck that was. But Starboy Holiday is gonna get the 2-point conversion. Some very interesting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. To me, that looks like a safety, me personally. I'm just saying, that should be a safety. I don't know. What the heck is LSU doing? Now they have 4 players. What are they doing? I mean, like, they seem like a decent team if they actually have players. Like, I'm just saying, you know? Yeah, and y'all got 10 minutes to get 5. Man. Oh, there we go. James rejoined. All right, now they have 5. And here we go. Even though he was a little bit AFK, but now he's back. Oh, and he's going to toss it. Hopefully that's a fit. I think it might be. Yes, it is. That's the number 55. I don't really know exactly who it is. I think it's to Bryson. Yes, it is. It is to Bryson. Can't confirm. Thank you for those that have the same name as their actual thing. Yeah, looking at you, Starboy Holiday. But either way, that's a good catch by Bryson there. Somehow LSU's trying to find their way back into this game one way or another. Unfortunately, that bad start is probably going to bite them sooner or later, especially if they can't stop them on defense. Here we go, missing insanity. Looking for someone. Uh-oh, Ryder's on the chase. And he's going to find... I don't know exactly who that is. Book. Yes, it is. Book once again, the good old reliable Book. Missing Insanity really read that well. Ha, padumpsh. Yeah, guys, I'm so funny, so original. Ain't that great? Yeah. This is why regarding LSU, you can never judge a book by its cover. I'm not biased. I'm just making book puns. It's really funny, though. I like making puns of things. Sometimes. Here we go. A whole lot of dots up. Someone just decided to fly. I don't really know what the heck that was. But here we go. Going to be a check down to dark. That is the unfortunate downside of having 5 players on defense. No one's there to cover the check down there. Here we go. Let's see what they do. Whole lot of dots. Oh, and Dark's going to get the check down again. He's going to get tackled. But where will he get tackled? Oh, and they're outside the 10, so they can't hand off. Handoff is an option. And they're going to take it. And he's going to get a touchdown just like that. Right now, the 5 players are really killing him. Especially on defense. I don't know why. I don't know why in the playoffs you have only 5 people show up. Like, what is this? Like if LSU actually had players, this would actually be a decent game. I'm not even lying. Here we go. LSU gonna try and look to even things back up. Here we go, missing insanity. And he's gonna toss it. That might be a toss to the defense. No, it is not. It's gonna be overthrown. That was nearly a dime to the defense if that was. Thankfully, it was not. So their drive's still alive. Here we go, missing insanity. Looking around for an open man. He's going to fire it deep. Could that be a fit? Yes, it is. That's to Book once more. And yeah, that was indeed a fit. I am not denying that. Book is probably their only saving grace for LSU right now. Unless their team can get more players. Because right now they're at a massive disadvantage on the defensive side. I mean, I wouldn't say you're blowing a lead, though, yet. I mean, you're still ahead of them, and you're still able to easily get touchdowns just by panning off. Because, like, they don't have any players. Like, what is this? Like how many? Like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, it's like you're on a 5-on-6. Oh, and they're going to miss the 2-point conversion there. That's going to set them back. Honestly, that would have been huge because that could have been an 8-point game. But it was not, so... And there we go, 1-minute warning. As I remember, the Tigers do have the ball the second half, so if they can get a stop here, at the very least, they can be close to tying the game. Here we go. Whole lot of dots. Gonna be rolling right. And he's gonna fire it deep. That's gonna be a fit. I don't know why there was 3 there deep and only 1 person there. But there you go, a touchdown. Forgot who that was. Was it to Man Man? I think it's to Man Man. Yes, it was to Man Man. I remember. Look at that. That is a very good move. Oh, okay. Either way, I guess they got the 2-point conversion in the middle of that. There we go. James is going to get the kickoff return there. Oof, going to get clotheslined immediately. But he's going to get about a good return on the 39-yard line, 35-yard line. Honestly, you're going to have to take what you can get. Here we go, LSU. They can easily get the ball back here. And they have plenty of time. They got 3 timeouts. They don't need to rush anything. But they don't care. They're going to score immediately. That's a horrible throw. That's just a little bit under. Very unfortunate there. It was just a little bit over. I don't think this was a good move by LSU. I think you should have taken off and run. Like, I'm not handing. And they're losing. I'm just gonna screenshot this real quick. There we go. I'm gonna keep the screenshot. I don't even think he needed a hand off. I think he could have just ran it. Like, this is playoffs, my guy. Like, you have to actually try. I don't know why you're not considering handing off or doing anything. Uh-oh. The clock. Oh, and it's going to get told timeout last second. Like, I don't understand why they don't just hand off there. Like, that's such an awful move. Uh-oh, and he's going to fire at middle. Nobody home. So I guess technically they got to stop. That was such a horrible move by LSU there. Like, I don't know why you just don't run it. Like, you know you need to get yards to have a better chance of scoring. Like, even a field goal could have made the difference there. Could have made somewhat of a difference, but no, they just like they play too impatient. I think that's their problem. They play way too impatient. They want touchdowns now, but they aren't just making right moves. That's kind of a problem with a lot of leagues I've seen where it's like they don't really make practical moves. They just sort of do whatever they want regardless if it works or not, or if it's actually the right choice. I mean, I get it. It's a I get it. It's a game. But like it's a competitive game. Like oh, but I want to have fun. I'm like, then why are you playing leagues? Like leagues is the definition of competitive. You do what you take to win. Takes to win. And if you're just playing for fun, then well, yeah, you're gonna play worse. So yeah, that's gonna be picked off into triple coverage for goodness sake. But yeah, it's really bizarre. Oh yeah, there was like four people there. I don't know why you fire at a 4v2 with all streaks. You can't decline a sack? What does that even mean, bro? Here we go, hand off to Dark. No sympathy. And there you go. Honestly, handoffs are working very well for them, especially when you're on the better end of the fourth. No one there to keep the running back in check. They're playing so deep. But, I mean, I don't really think they care. A whole lot of dots. I think it was a last second handoff. I don't think they saw it. And there you go. I think it's going to be a first down. Yes, it is. I mean, right now, though, I don't really blame the Tigers right now of playing a bit on the short side or on the long side because, I mean, covering the shorts is kind of pointless because, I mean, again, you're at a player disadvantage. So, I mean, you got to just stop them from scoring in general. So, I don't really blame them, but right now, the running game is definitely killing them. Here we go. He's going to take off and run. Can the QB run? If it's forced? Yeah, if it was like if they had even numbers, this would be a lot easier for LSU. I think this would be a lot closer. Because right now it's been a 6v5 the whole game. I think it's biting him I think it's biting him in the ankle for it. Or hitting him right in the Achilles, I guess that's what you call it. I'll give credit to Ohio State for taking advantage of it, but it doesn't feel right, you know? And there you go, get caught by Man on for the 2-point conversion. Again, like I don't really know why LSU has 5 players. Like that's just a lack of preparation on their part. Like I don't really know what they're doing. And like don't get twisted. Like I think this game could be pretty close if they actually had players. But I mean, they're doing what they can to survive, but it's just not enough. The numbers advantage is gonna overwhelm them eventually. They're like a pack of what is that word? They're like a pack of ants, man. It's like yeah, on their own, one ain't really a whole lot to deal with, but if there's hundreds of them, I don't think you're gonna win that fight. No human can win that fight. Well, not hand to hand, if you know what I'm saying. Of course, you could have a flamethrower, but that's what I meant by hand to hand. But either way, it looks like they're gonna be open to try the handoff route just for a little bit. Gonna get a little bit out of it. Oh, and it's gonna be picked off by a whole lot of dots. That's a play. These use auto aim? What does that even mean? Is that like an exploit or is that like a feature in the game? Because I can't even tell. That makes it really funny, you know? Either way, that's going to be a toss up. And that's going to be caught by Blair. I haven't heard a lot of from him. But I guess there you go. Usually it's either been Man Man or Starboy or Dark. Either one of those three. I never really hear a lot from MV Niz or Blair. And here we go. Going to be a tossed again to 4 people. That's going to be overthrown. There was only one LSU player there, so they got a lucky break on that one. Remember, they can't hand off, but they can run as the QB. That's always an option. And here we go. That's going to be a one-on-one fade. A whole lot of dots, and both players are going to find a way to miss that. I swear, there are just some things where it's like, yeah, your brain cells are just gone. Uh-oh, that's a 2v5. That's not good. And there you go. I think that's the Starboy. Is it? Is it a Starboy? I don't know. Starboy's 15. I forgot who this was. Is it? It's not Man Man either. Ixion. Okay. Never heard a lot from him either, actually. Right now, things are going south for LSU at the moment. Here we go. Kick off there. Here we go, James. He's going to continue trying to move his offense along. Not a whole lot he's going to get out of it, though. And that's an incomplete pass. I don't really know if it's overthrown or he didn't jump. I don't think he jumped. I don't think I went through you, man. I think he just didn't jump. Unless less latency came in on him. Here we go. And that's going to be picked off by Man Man. Yeah, definitely some questionable throws here. But then again, I mean, that's kind of why you're behind. And I wouldn't really say that because you're down a player. Just because questionable throws like that can get you off. And apparently that man can just fly. And he's going to get tackled. Dark's going to take the handoff. There you go. You know, I kind of just want to talk real quick because, like, I know this isn't the greatest game to show it, but like this game is way more balanced than UF is, if I'm being completely honest. I think it's way better to watch. Oh, and a touchdown by Man Man. I think it's Man Man. Either way. Is there a mercy, by the way? I don't really know. But yeah, this game is like far more balanced than UF ever has been. Like, I don't know. Like, I know the game is probably worse than it just because it has some janky stuff. Like, the catching is very janky. I've heard because of a weird glitch that goes through people, and like quarterback and the devs can't fix that, which is very weird. And like, there's a lot of pay to win game passes, especially one of them. What was it, Breakaway or something like that? I forgot what it's called, but I mean, it has some good stuff though. The game has a lot of good stuff, in my opinion. But here we go. And then you go to book with a fit right there. But yeah, the game has a lot of good stuff though. I think it's a lot more fun to watch. It feels faster paced. Handoffs are actually viable for once, and it's actually making offense feel more creative. Like I've said before, I've been saying everything about how handoffs can make this game better to watch and more creative. And like I'm already seeing it with Gridiron Football 2. It feels so uncanny. It feels very uncanny. I mean, is it? Yeah, he got it. He got in. I saw it. Yep, it is in. There you go. There's the angle you wanted. But yeah, like if like this is like if I would ever describe Gridiron Football 2, like I'd feel like it'd be the gameplay is like base gameplay. I mean, I would say it's everything UF should be. I would say, and I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased towards it. I don't even play the game, but I think like a lot of these features and balance changes and whatever, like if it was to UF, it would already be freaking game of the year. If I'm being completely honest, or in a Roblox game of the year award. I'm being completely honest. It feels like that because it has a lot of the good stuff. It has handoffs are viable. The game feels faster, feels more explosive. Like I don't share that same. I don't see that same passion with UF to me. You know, like the gameplay doesn't feel great. It just feels boring. I'm like, wow, that's great. More passes. Like there's some like run plays that get a lot of love, and like even with handoffs being so good for Ohio, like it's not killing their passing game. Like they scored more TDs on passing than they have running. Like that, for example. I mean, obviously they're at a disadvantage because 5 players and they have 7, so it's a 7-on-5. So I mean, handoffs are gonna do really well here, but either way, I mean, looks like they're gonna play it through the very end. I respect them for it, but that still doesn't. I wouldn't still excuse it for coming into this game unprepared like this. Like, and you had time too. It's not like I mean, unless you somehow had new ownership day one and y'all just had a completely new team of 5 players, I wouldn't really like a last minute. But like Loki, that is a safety. I am just saying, in UF, that is a safety. Well, I think it should be a safety, but like it has some good things, you know. Well, I guess in NFL it's probably not safety, but I mean, you kind of actually it is a safety because I mean I don't know what situation would it have be to casually run, run, pick it up, like past the end zone, run it back into their own end zone, and then touch back in and say like, yeah, it's a touchback. But either way, that's picked off. James was the throw there. I think it might have been to man. I have to look at that again. And yes, it was. Yeah, I think if you're LSU, I think you just have to. I think you just have to cut your losses here. Like either just run down the clock or just whatever, because right now you ain't coming back. There's no way in heck you're coming back. Yeah, and that doesn't help. It doesn't really help their defense is looking like Swiss cheese, man. Like I'm being respectful here. I like y'all. Like I'm gonna be fair with LSU here. Like I like LSU, or I like their team. I think they have a ton of potential. I think this game could have been close if, or I guess at least a lot closer if there was actually even teams. But instead, it's a 7v5 or 6v5 of nearly the whole game. Like if they had an actual team, I think this could have been a lot closer. But I think it's time to quit gridiron. I mean, like again, you're literally facing them at a disadvantage. You're literally facing them at a disadvantage. Like they don't have any players. Like you're facing them in a 7v5, and you're wondering why you're exposing them like Swiss cheese on their defense. And it looks like an FF. Yep, and LSU forfeits. There you go. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. That is the game. I don't really know what else to really say about this. And it looks like that'll be the score. Ohio State Buckeyes win 79 to 31. It's quite a bit of a blowout there, but what in the world is that throw? There we go. Thank you guys for watching. Had some interesting moments there, but I guess I'll see you guys next time. Later.